This is Song 3 by Stone Sour. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm recording this on Thursday night and it'll be up Sunday morning, hopefully. So this is one of those moment of weakness times for me. Someone that I care about doesn't feel the same way. And in the past, this is when I would go back to, using to escape the disappointment and kind of the rejection. So, yeah, a moment of weakness for me right now, but I'm being honest with you guys. I haven't used and I'm not going to, which is I'm proud of. But this song is definitely an outlet for me to remind me that everybody struggles with love and life and relationships. So, without further delay, Stone Sour Song 3. I went with the acoustic version.
Alright, let's give it a shot. You ready?
Yeah.
If you take a step towards me, you'll take my breath away. So I'll keep you close and keep my secret safe. No one else has ever loved me. No one else has ever tried. I never understood how much I could take. Then I saw the worst was over when I laid my eyes on you. It was all that I could do to know my place.
At first, this seems like a pretty straightforward love song until you really start taking the lyrics into consideration. Especially that last line, it was all that I could do to know my place. See, in a relationship where both sides feel the same way, you know your place. It's automatic. But in a relationship where you're either uncertain of how the other side feels or what the other side feels, you have this constraint that you have to abide by, because if you don't have that person's consent, that's it. End of story. You can care about the person, you can love the person, you can want sex from the person, but if you don't have the explicit permission or consent from that person, you don't have anything. And it's definitely not worth, jeopardizing anything over. Don't take advantage of somebody just because your wants and desires. Make sure it's consensual.
Out of all the past illusions, out of all the dreams come true, I was gone until I finally saw your face. And if you cried out for more, if you reached out for me, I would run into the storm just to keep you here with me.
If you reached out for me, if you, whoever it is that you are addressing, wanted what I want, I would run into the storm. I would put myself out there to ensure that I was there for you through all of it. But the key word in all of that is if. That's what makes this a song about unrequited love, is if. Because he's telling her, I know that you don't feel the same way I do, but if you did, and this was something that we were in together, this is how far I would go for you. The vocals, it's Corey Taylor. Do I need to say more? It's Corey Taylor. The vocals, even the acoustic, you can feel the emotion coming off of this song. That's why it is such a profound song to me, and often misunderstood. But man, this song hits home on so many levels for me.
I have gone beyond my years. I've wasted half my life, but I found it all in you. Did I save you? 'Cause I know you saved me too.
Did I save you? 'Cause I know you saved me. Again, even if that person doesn't feel the same way that you do, just spending time with that person, hanging out with that person, can change things for the better, even if it's only transitional. And then you end up where I'm at right now, at the end of the transition, where the heartbreak sets in, that person's gone again, and you have to realize that it's temporary. And that's the hardest part, is you take what you can get from the situation for the time that you have available before it comes to a close. So either you acknowledge that it's temporary and accept it for what it is, and you live with the bittersweetness of it, or you just don't open yourself up to it at all. But if you don't open yourself up to it, you become numb and bitter and resentful toward life itself. And that's not good either. I've lived through both. I've closed myself off to the point where I just pushed everyone away, and I've accepted temporary joy and acknowledged the bitter end that came with it. So, anyway.
Let me take a step towards you. Let me feel you in my hands. Let me cross this line and show you where it leads. There's a darkness down inside me that I know we'll both enjoy, and it's screaming from within to set it free.
See, again, it's like when you set boundaries, like he's talking about, let's cross this line and let me show you what crossing this boundary would be like. You know, let's dive into this and see what happens. And he's having that moment of vulnerability where he's like, look, you know, it can be dark and scary in here sometimes, but I'm being open and vulnerable with you because I want you to know all of me, experience this with me, because you're saying that you don't want to pursue this, but you don't know me, but you got to be careful. And the reason you got to be careful is because if you're being told no in any situation, no is no, period. It's okay to be realistic about your expectations and say, hey, I would like to see what happens. And I acknowledge your boundaries and where you stand on this, but here's my side of it and why I would like to pursue it. But if she says no, that's it. Done. Don't keep pushing the issue, because eventually you will lose that person forever. Because they will get tired of establishing that boundary and then having you push it over and over and over again. Once they say no, accept it. Acknowledge it, respect it, and move on. Because otherwise you're going to lose someone that may mean something to you, that may have wanted to pursue it, but just wasn't ready. Or it wasn't the right time. But if you don't respect those boundaries up front, you may lose an opportunity that could have happened eventually if you just had the patience to wait. The thing about delayed gratification is just that, it's delayed. You don't have to have everything that you want right then and right when you want it. Sometimes, in the end, waiting and being patient pays off. Sometimes it doesn't.
I have left this bloody nightmare in my wake, but out of sight. All I want is deviation, my desire. Out of all the past confusion, out of all the common spite, just tell me I am yours, 'cause you are mine. And if you cried out for more, if you reached out for me, I would run into the storm just to keep you here with me. I have gone beyond my years, I wasted out my life, but I found it all in you. Did I save you? 'Cause I know you saved me too.
Before we get into that, and I'm going to take it back just a little bit, the amount of vulnerability in this song is comparable to Slipknot's Snuff, and just the intensity with which he sings it. If you look at the veins in his neck, and God, he has a monster neck, by the way. If you look at the the veins in his neck standing out from being vulnerable and really pouring his heart into it, you can tell that it's an experience he's lived through. I really like the toned back instrumentation on this song as well, and the fact that it's shot in black and white lends more to the message and feel of the song and makes that the prominent feature as opposed to the band members themselves.
Did I save you? 'Cause I know you saved me too. It doesn't really matter what you do or say, I'm never going anywhere anyway. 'Cause when I'm dying for you, I've never felt so alive. And if you cry,
Even when I'm dying for you, I've never felt more alive. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, with that transitional temporary relief. You know, just being around that person, regardless of the aftermath and the messiness of the emotions involved. I get it. I get it.
out for more. If you reached out for me, I would run into the storm just to keep you here with me. I
Stone Sour, Song 3, acoustic. Thank you guys for being here for another video. I love you. I care. You're not alone.